Okay, so 5 days after I got Gamma Knife beams zapped on the tumor on the carotid artery on my pituitary gland, we decided to go south with the bus. I made a 4-part series about the Gamma Knife treatment, all that stuff, and here is one of the videos. On Friday, April 19th, 2024, one of the drivers from the hospital picked us up at 10 p.m. to bring us to the bus station. We were staying at the Nomad hub in Maltepe, Istanbul. That's on the Asian side, very close to where also the hospital was. The bus started its journey at the Otogar bus station in Esenler. That's a very big bus station, and that one was on the European side of Istanbul. It took 1 hour to get to that bus station, and I was still in so much pain, especially on my right side here, up the nose and over the eyebrow, like the sinuses here. It was so bad. It was a little bit better when I was laying on my left side, but still I was in so much pain. And note to myself, never ever put your backpack with your meds inside back into the trunk where you can't access it, because yeah, I really needed meds. For 5 minutes we drove through a tunnel to get from the Asian side to the European side of Istanbul. That was actually pretty cool. When we got close to the Otogar, it got super loud and the traffic got bad. I think there was a soccer game that just ended or something. Note to myself, never leave your backpack with your ear protectors in the trunk where you can't have access to them. It took us 1 hour to get to the autocar, and there it wasn't better at all. It was so fucking loud and it smelled so badly like cigarettes. No one was smoking inside, but I think they smoked so much they just reeked from it. So to me that was really hard, especially with all the pain I still had. And yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a soccer game that just ended, so everyone was celebrating or whatever, but it was really brutal for me. So we arrived at the Otogar at 11 p.m. and our bus departed at 2 a.m. on Saturday, April 20th. So we had to wait quite a while, and yeah, I was in a lot of pain, and the noise and the smells made it even worse. And finally around 1:30 a.m. I took some meds right before we got into the bus. Every seat had a TV screen and a power outlet, but they didn't work. My tray was broken. Paul's seat didn't have a seat belt. My seat couldn't lean back as much as Paul's, but you couldn't really lean back for very long anyways, because most of the times you have people behind you and they didn't have enough space if you would have leaned back. So the bus had many stops, and fuck, we drove all around Istanbul back to the Asian side where we just came from. Great, we could have saved 1.5 hours bus ride plus that 1 hour drive to the Otogar. We could have just gotten into the bus at a closer station from where we were staying on the Asian side in Istanbul. But Paul told me when he ordered those tickets online, he couldn't choose. He could only choose like from the autocar. He couldn't choose any other stations. I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know that bus had so many stops. I thought it was just a direct bus from Istanbul to Fethiye to the south, and it would just stop 5 times or so people can go pee. But no, it actually had bus stops where people got in and out. So next time we just should have figured out where all those stations were and then pick the closest, and then we should have gone there in person and buy a ticket from there and not online. By leaning most of the time to the left side, I was okay, but a 15-hour long bus ride with that much pain is not fun at all. They did come by twice or 3 times with a cart full of snacks and water. Of course, I brought my own food that I cooked the night before, and we both tried to only drink as little water as possible so we didn't constantly have to go pee. Some toilets were for free, some we had to pay 5 Turkish lira or 10 Turkish lira, and some were Turkish toilets, what I fucking hate. But yeah, at least we had a place to pee sometimes when we stopped. Yeah, about Turkish toilets, I mean, imagine having diarrhea there. Hell no. Luckily, I didn't have to poop at all during that bus ride. Oh, and some toilets didn't have toilet paper. When I travel, I always carry some toilet paper with me. So, good advice. And it got loud again at the Muğla station.
Diğer araba binmemiş mi?
Bilmiyorum ki abi. 14.
Tuvalete gitti.
Yavaş yavaş karışık abi sen.
Actually, I think that would be cool and nice, something like that. But not when you're in so much pain, and not when it happens right at that time when you try to nap again. Needless to say, that bus ride was a bit brutal for me, but it was still so much more comfortable than the flights we took from LAX to Istanbul. And I'm sure if I wouldn't have had all that pain, it would have been much more comfortable. But still, now we are trying to travel much more by train or ferry than with a bus. But that's not always possible because not every country has a good train system. Right now we are in Fethiye, South Turkey, and soon we will be traveling to our next destination, Belgrade, and we're gonna go through Greece with 3 ferries, but then we have to take a bus again to get to Belgrade. Click here and subscribe, and click the bell button for notifications. Follow me on Instagram for more updates about my nomad life. Next destination, as mentioned, Belgrade, Serbia. Stay healthy, stay happy. Bye.